T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Honey Badger 3D Print and Paint, guys and dolls. We have with us Mr. Benson from the Fanatical Fensons. How are you, sir?
Evening, not too bad yourself.
He looks like he's had a fresh haircut as well.
Yeah,
No,
and he's wearing his court hoodie, so you know he's in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Kappa top.
Yeah,
My
Nice.
football manager as well on the Sunday.
nothing but class.
Oh yeah.
And then you'll have the pleasure of Mike's company whilst he slowly cuffs himself into an early grave.
The
So
reason
all
we
of
haven't
our
gone live in the
schedule-
last week is because at several points I thought I was dead.
Woke up dead once, didn't
I
you?
woke up dead multiple days.
So,
Well.
right, today, what are we looking at? So, we have on the desk our Prusa Mark III clone that we converted into a bear. Let's just say hello to a few people first. So, hi, Matt. Hi, Paul. Hi, George's Gaming Guide. Hi, Non-Fam. How you're doing? Hello, anybody else who is watching and joining as well. So, this OPT Lasers, which I'm not going to lie, is not a company I have ever heard of because I've never really looked into lasers before, reached out to us and they said, we would really like you to take a look at our Prusa Conversion Kit. The kit's like $199 US. And I'm not going to lie, I have absolutely no idea how this works. So I've seen some of the pictures of how it attaches, and basically on their website, you 3D print this little bracket. This bracket will screw onto the front of the stepper motor, and then on the front of that, you attach the laser.
Which we only realised 3 hours ago.
Which we only realised 3 hours ago, and it's a 2-hour, 45-minute print.
So we was going to go live at 6:30, and that changed to 7.
Yeah, so we pushed that back. So I'm just getting into this. There we go. So I want to be clear. I haven't watched any videos on this. If indeed there are any videos on this, I don't think there are. I don't know what this is. So let me read a blurb from their website. So the kit includes all the necessary attachments to laser engrave with your Prusa i3 Mark III S 3D printer. It includes a 2-watt laser head, which can help you equip your Prusa with low-cost laser engraving, cutting module, engraver laser upgrade, change the way you think about working with your 3D printer. Now, the reason why I liked this was twofold. One, I really liked it because they reached out to us, and that very rarely ever happens about anything. So that was really nice. But I like the fact that you don't have to dismantle your tool head to get this working. So it attaches via this, and it doesn't require you to dismantle this whole tool head and then, bolt something to these linear rods and then crack on. So this should, in theory, and I've said this before, be relatively painless. But
we literally have no idea how this goes.
I literally have no idea how this goes together. So you get some stickers. You get, this is a class 4 laser product when properly powered. That feels like a jab at me. Like, why you got to write that on there? You just say when it's on. You haven't got to say when properly powered. Like I
because they know you're only going to get probably 2 1/4.
Yeah. So anyway, the lens is factory preset. Don't adjust it without consulting the user manual. Read and fully understand the user manual before operating the laser head. The manuals can be found on our webpage or can be directly accessed by scanning the relevant codes. So, okay, I'll keep those there. So there's QR codes on the bottom of this. These are, okay. So I think this is like a relatively standard set. So it says here there's like a 2-watt user manual, then there's a CNC adapter and additional user manuals. I don't know what they would be for, but anyway, right. the things that I have to engrave are, at the moment, this bit of chipboard that I have carefully and lovingly crafted with my many wood skills, and I didn't, as Mike has suggested, cut it with an angle grinder and set off my smoke alarms. So you get a business card. You get
Glasses.
velvety. You get
Put them on immediately. You look like Tony Stark.
oh look, they're actually quite good. So look, they look like Oakley's.
Well, they're better than the ones that you get with the other ones, isn't it?
Look at that. Even like, so one of the complaints that a lot of the people have about the other ones is that the goggles don't go flush with your face, so the laser can get in, because lasers are sneaky. They'll get in through any little crevice, and these don't have any crevices. I also look a bit like Bono in them, so that's always fun.
Yeah.
And it comes with an OPT laser, little towelette. Right. So, a thingy. Single cable for universal CNC adapter. Single cable for something else. Oh, what are these? Okay. Silica gel. Oh my God, it's got keys. It's got look at that. Like a little launch control button.
Oh,
I love that. Oh, I don't know what it does, but it's brilliant. Ow! Oh, I lost one of the keys.
it's in the box, I think.
I literally just yeeted one of the keys in there. Hi, Chris. So we're just looking at this. So this, I mean, I'm not being funny, guys. This is no joke. Like, this is metal. This is a machined aluminium. I mean, not a massive shock. They sell lasers and CNC machines. Like, it can't be a massive shock that it's laser engraved and CNC'd. And then it's got like a special little countdown button. It's got an arm and disarm button.
Oh,
I hope it says arm and disarm when you press it.
Look at that. Arm and disarm.
I expect a decent TikTok with that, Jones.
No, I want it to say armed, disarmed.
Oh, you want it to actually say it out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably hoping for a bit much there. Okay, there's like 4 sets of ports that come out of it. So this is the
George's gaming guide starting to get worried.
I'm starting to get worried. Don't get worried. Oh, hold on. I'll just refocus my camera. And then there you go. Right. So this is. Oh my
For anyone
God,
who doesn't know,
little...
George's gaming guide has got one big ass laser.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
so George's gaming guide has got a.
Like the size of a small car.
Yeah, it's a big CO2 one. You know, the ones that come with the big hoods and the extraction and all that stuff. Just got off a family video call. My sister wants to know if your surname is really Badger James, and do you have another name she can call you instead of Honey? Absolutely not. My name is Badger James.
His name is James Badger, and my name is Michael Honey.
Yeah, and you put them together.
Badger Honey,
and you get Honey, Badger James, and Michael. That's how we name the channel. Right, let's just carry on opening some of these little boxes. I'm going to have to get my phone out in a minute and take a look at some of these. Oh, this is the laser. That's smaller than I expected, but I don't really know what I was expecting, as I have absolutely no experience with lasers.
Well, compared to like the Comgrow one, it's tiny.
So, like, hold on. So this is the little laser module. So there's like an open PCB on top, which has just got a 4-pin out on that. And then there's, so nothing. If anything, this is more impressive than the actual laser so far. And then we've got the keys. Oh, I love the fact that it's got keys. Like, oh, it's got a really satisfying click as well. Oh, I like that. Okay, right. Anyway, So then we've got.
I'm keeping this printer as a laser just so I can keep pressing the button.
So then
Do
we've
like
got-
a countdown, couldn't you?
Oh, okay. So we've then got
Oh, it's got its own power supply. That's how it's powered.
its own power supply. So does that mean it doesn't touch the Prusa board at all? That can't be right, can it?
Well, it must
It
be. 'Cause it's
doesn't
got.
plug into the Prusa at all. It just it's completely.
Well, what does that
separate.
PCB on top of the laser plug into?
Well, the top of the PCB has to plug into the special control box, so you can launch it with the launch control. See, now something I have just realised is I've just pressed that button 15 times in a row, and I now don't know if this button is on or off. so
That
wasn't ideal.
well, I hope so. George's gaming guide.
He wants to know if the fire department's on standby. Hi, Tim. The fire department's always on standby. That's why we have a fire department. It'd be awful if the fire department were only around for planned fires. Like that.
Except today, there's a fireman just sitting out on your deck on a chair with fire extinguishers.
Just constantly aware. Right, okay. So, one thing that I will say is this has a 2-pin plug.
They see you as that naughty boy out of Fireman Sam who's always starting fires. Can't remember his name.
It comes with an adapter, but if I'm willfully honest, I'm pretty sure that knocking about somewhere here, I should have another 2-pin plug that I can use instead. I'd rather use one that's.
Or use the adapter off the T-Tech.
I'd rather not use an adapter. Like I'd rather use. Just trying to find if I've still got. If I've got one somewhere. Not to hand, anyway. All right, okay. Well, while we're working on it, I will defer to their. I mean, they've included the adapter, so it does imply the adapter is at least safe. 3D prints for you by Ron. Hey, Ron. Right. Okay. So let's put that there. Another little adapter. Let's throw this under here. So first things first. Let's see what we get in the box. So we get. Hold on. There we go. Oh, not put that in the right place. All right. Okay. So we get launch control. We get laser. Launch control laser keys. We've got 2 sets of cabling. We've got these mystery thingies. I don't know what these thingy things are. And then we have some Wago connectors and cables. So universal signal wires for PLHCNC adapter.
I haven't seen the 2 screws to change the thingy.
Yeah, neither have I, if I'm honest. Does imply that there aren't any. I really want to know what's inside of these as well. Like these are like little. They look a bit like the kind of pillow, the kind of chocolates you get on your pillow. But I suspect they aren't. Oh, are they toffees?
Yep.
Right. So I want to be clear. They smell like fudge, but I really feel like it's the worst idea in the world to just eat strange fudge that someone sent you. They can't be. Why would they? Am I correct in assuming the bit on the printer is the adapter? Yes. So this is the. He said, whipping it on the side. So this here is the adapter. This just screws onto the front here, and then this is where the laser attaches. Yeah. So the first thing that I'll say is that if that's the case,
Can't see any screws in that pack.
The laser has to go in front of this. You're losing a decent amount of Y space if that's where that mounts. Like I would say that's a. In fact, hold on, let me get the. If I measure from the nozzle to where the laser is, that's a good 90 millimeters. So that's a lot of Y space that you're missing. Comes with a power adapter. This power adapter comes with an American plug, but it's a standard 2-pin plug. So to be honest with you, you could easily just change that. I want to believe that it comes with fudge.
Eat it.
Chris Purton. No, I just let the wood stick out. Yeah. So, but the problem is though, is that surely if the bed moves back, then it's still like the laser will be here.
And if the bed moves forward, you won't be able to go all the way to the back of it.
Oh no, I suppose no, I get what he means actually. So if the wood was like this, right, and you just clamped it there, then it could hang over the front of this. Doesn't really matter sticking.
But it means you can't laser. It means you can't laser all the way to the back of the bed.
No, because you would be able to, because you'd offset it. So you'd literally be there, right? So this is hanging off the front of the bed.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you can't actually laser all the way to the back of the bed.
Well, no, but you wouldn't need to if you just had it like this. Because
it depends how big the piece of wood is you're putting on there, though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, in theory. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So Chris is suggesting that I just eat what we're all assuming. So to be clear, the only reason any of you think that it's fudge is because I've said it smells like fudge. And now I'm trying to remember whether or not I really know what fudge smells like.
Just eat it. It's a gift.
Toffee.
Oh, no, hold on. It does actually say. Hold on. It says on the inside, but I tore the wrapper open. Literally tore straight through the text. Hold on. You've got to be more careful as you gently unwrap it. Sweets for laser geeks made in Poland. Cool.
Eat it. I was hoping it was going to be a stick of grease.
Stick of grease. I'll pick go down.
It's not fudge.
Live suicide.
It's not fudge. Oh, it's really chewy. Whoa.
The last appearance of James.
Oh. Oh, that gets in every corner of your mouth. We'll put the other ones to one side for now.
Have that one after.
Oh, that was... Oh, it's crumbly, but somehow sticky. Like... Oh, no. Oh, that was terrible. Right.
You didn't like it because you're not a laser nerd.
It's possibly
it's a geek.
In a few months' time, you'll be smashing them like boxes at a time.
I'll be a convert, will I? Right, hold on. So laser head upgrade sets. So let's look at the user manual to begin with. Yeah. Can I just look at them on? Can I look at them on here? Oh, support manuals. That'd probably be easier. Down. So which one's this? Sorry, this is the PL3. The PL. What laser head? Laser module manuals. So that's a CNC adapter though, so it can't be that one. So I'm just on their website at the moment and I'm trying to figure out. It says OPT laser modules manual. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. That doesn't look like the same one I've got. Yeah, that's not it. I figured out it's not that one. That's the CNC adapter, but does it say which one it actually is? It just says PLH 3D 2 watt. Oh, and now I've got the sneezes from eating that.
That sweet gave you the sneezes.
It's possible. I think all the things that I've probably got from eating that is you don't need screws, they have glue sticks. Excellent. Thanks for that terrible advice, Paul. That's a proper me answer, that is. All right.
I find cable ties are a lot less permanent solution.
It's not ideal, is it? So let's try going to it on here and seeing what this does. So there's one you can buy. Okay. High pressure air nozzle. I don't really know what that is. Okay,
Isn't the
so
high
let's go
pressure
back
to
the-
blow?
Let's go back
Isn't
to
the
the
high
Prusa
pressure
page.
gets rid of the sawdust, doesn't it, as it's being cut?
I beg your pardon?
I think the high pressure air is to move the sawdust or the bits of wood that have
for the
been
CNC.
taken out. Yeah, and I think for the laser as well. I was watching the Edge of Tech. He was putting, you know, the little cameras, the endoscope things or whatever, to look at the laser.
Yeah.
He did a video this week of that, and he had an air system on it to blow away all the bits of sawdust and stuff like that. Looked pretty cool, to be honest.
Them endoscopes are really good.
Oh yeah. And what's that slate or the software for the lasers? Is it Light something?
Lightburn, I think it's called.
Yeah, and he did it all through there, so he was able to have the endoscope on the actual screen, you know, that you're designing on.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, actually. It wasn't that expensive, are they?
So what I'm struggling with at the moment is I'm really not seeing where it is that you download
instructions.
where you actually download the instructions from. Like, I feel like on the page there should be a link that says, if you want to install it, here's how. But yeah, no, right. More downloads. G-code generator, whatever that is. So what, it's insinuating that it's not using Lightburn, but that doesn't really answer my question on how on earth you install the thing. I feel like we've missed out about 15 steps.
If you ever give up 3D printing and you have definitely got a career in stand-up comedy, there you go, James.
Who's that? The CNC
George
one is
came
rather
around.
helpful. It also stops the wood burning. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just looking at the G-code generator thing, and I'm just looking to see if we can. So there's like a generator. I don't know what any of those are. Really does feel like. So in the download section, the only thing in the download section is a G-code generator, which is sort of like, you've bought a laser. Congratulations on figuring out how to install it yourself. Here's how you now burn things. CNC laser manual. It's got to be that first one. It's got to be.
Paul said you are the guinea pigs of how to install, so you can tell them how.
Are you using you as a guinea pig? I hope you know how to install, so you can. Oh, so I've got to write the thing afterwards, have I? Great.
The directions.
Ah, here we go. Prusa thing here. Setup guide. Boom, found it. Oh, well, this is the slowest website I've ever been on.
It's probably powered by your old internet.
Or they're eating toffees that they were provided by the company. And they're very slow because they're chewing it.
Right, introduction. Included parts. So the included parts consist of...
It's the first one. Doesn't say how it works with a Prusa, though.
So I found somehow a thing that says that if you go to user manuals, there's actually a thing that's got like contents and everything on it. So I'm just looking now to see Right. Okay. So it does actually tell you how to connect stuff, I think. So, not that. There should be one that's got. There should be one that's got. There. It's got. No, none of them. So that's not helpful, is it? Because it's literally none of these.
The part you needed, probably.
It says here, right, that the green circle. So there's one that's meant to be. Have I missed something out of this? Like have I missed a packet or something? Nope. Okay. So we've got universal signal wires. Which are these? Well, they're just literally a bunch of connects, right? And we've got some spare ferrules. We've then got glasses. We've got this, which is the signal cable for the universal thing. And then we've got this thing, which looks like that's what goes on the actual laser. So this is what goes.
That should have better luck if you wore the glasses.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I can't see the wires that I need because the wires are actually invisible to the human eye.
I've realised who you look like with them glasses on.
Go on.
Your favourite person.
Oh, what? Dennis Pennis?
The Falcon.
Who?
Falcon.
Right, okay. Well, so the first thing I'm going to say... Because
you love Anthony Mackie so much.
The first thing that I'm going to say is that this cable may
seems unnecessarily long.
I'm not telling people that live their lives, but it might be a touch too long. So that...
They've probably seen your... They've probably seen your Voron builds and you've said that the wires are a bit short, so they give you a bit longer.
No, it's a long wire, so you can stand well back when you activate. Like when they blow up buildings.
Home support laser upgrade instructions. Yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. I've opened up the Prusa one, which is definitely the PLH 3D 2 watt. And that's what this is, PLH 3D. This admittedly says it's a CNC adapter, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference. Because the laser is, yep, the PL3 HD 2 watt laser. The problem is that it says wiring the laser upgrade. So this connects to, this is what plugs into the laser, but then there's this, which is the CNC adapter, and that just doesn't look right to me. So it says on here that this goes into the laser head, but this part, which goes into this CNC adapter, is meant to have a positive, a negative, and then like a thingy that comes off it that plugs into the INC board. And it doesn't have that. And neither does this, or does it?
You know why those glasses are so good?
Pardon?
If those glasses are $55 on their website.
Are they really?
You better get some more wear out of them.
$55. Oh.
I mean, to be fair, $55 literally saves your site. I challenge that they are.
You do look like Anthony Mackie now, though.
So that's hurtful, and I'm pretty sure offensive.
It says in big red letters.
Only because you hate him so much.
Hate Anthony Mackie, shite. Go on, James. Oh, cheers, Mark. Cheers, Matt. Right. Anyway, so it says basically that you're supposed to go. Yeah, see, the problem is that there's not what it's saying there should be on here. There isn't, because there's nothing. So all of this stuff, all the launch control stuff, isn't in this guide. So it's literally saying that you plug it into the... Then this is the signal cable, apparently. The universal CNC adapter. But this plugs into here. And then there's a power supply that goes out. So like this power supply goes into this. That goes into there. I swear to God, if this blows my house up. All right, that goes into there.
Well,
and
would
that
it
power
not
supply...
be that when you... Would it not be that that's the only power you're going to get? So when you put a design on, the printer's going to be doing the moving, but the laser just goes...
Moves about. It's fixed, isn't it? So it's
Yeah.
like when you print, it moves about. But it says on here that the heat not only the laser head by correcting it.
No one heard any of that, Carl.
Is my sound
Right,
great?
so it's armed
Yeah,
at the moment.
no one heard
right?
anything you said.
What's that?
It wasn't anything important. It's only in red letters.
In homes, right. So what? So just to be clear, if I don't point it at myself, obviously, but if I press, so if I turn the arm key,
Why
and
don't
then
you put a bit of
press-
wood underneath it, stays burning the table?
well, the laser's not coming on, so it don't make any difference. But right, so you press that, the little fan on this turns on, so it's definitely got power, right? But right now, there's nothing telling that laser to turn on because it's not on. So there has to be some sort of signal that goes from here to the machine, and there's got to be something that triggers it to say, now you need to turn the laser on. One would assume that it's this, because this literally says signal cable. But all the cables that come out of this, let me turn this off and turn that off there. So that's now safe. Said, smashing his £50 worth of things. So then there's this, which is apparently the signal cables. So these, I'm just looking to see what this looks like with regards to... Oh, hold on. Okay. So,
Yeah, don't they go into the board and the other end will go into the control box?
well, I mean, the problem is that... So the insinuation here is that there should be... See, what I don't understand is there's extra cables here. So this says there should be a green, a blue, a brown, and a yellow. And there is a brown, a white, a yellow, and a green. So the implication there is that the yellow and the green go together, and the brown is the power. But then there's this grey one here, which doesn't make any sense. And this white one is meant to go into a black connector that plugs into the INC board. And that isn't here. There isn't a cable that has got that connector on it. This just says universal signal wire adapters. So is there one here that I'm missing? No, none of those are that. There's then this thing, which is large. Right, okay. I'm going to go to their downloads then, and I'm going to see if I can download their actual. That's laser and engraving files, manuals. I'm not gonna lie, this feels preciously little information on actually wiring it up. And that's because there's literally no information there on wiring it up. So then there's the CNC adapter manual, which is just downloaded. So I'm just looking at the manual that, yeah, that's a bunch of measurements of how the thing goes together, but if you're using a laser docking station, the cable should be plugged into the laser docking station instead of the laser head. I don't really know what that means. So just to be clear, all the way down to page 9, and the title of this one is Getting Started. Right, connect the signal wire to the CNC controller as a visual representation. Okay, important. Please don't forget to wear a pair of safety to shield yourself from the, yeah, fine, whatever. Putting your laser safety glasses on, place a scrap piece of material. No. You're missing out like 50 steps. There's so many steps that this isn't covering. Like, I don't understand why you do it that way. Right, so then there's this thing which plugs into here. And I'm trying to figure out how you're supposed to set up what would be this wire, because this has got to be the wire that's supposed to go into the printer. It's got to be. The problem is that there's like zero information on the site as to how you're supposed to connect this. It says easy connection to all 3D printers. You can do one, because that is just an objective lie.
Right, there is a video on YouTube that they've put on, and I'm not going to lie, one of the cables doesn't look anything like anything you've got.
One of the cables has got a little black connector on it, hasn't it?
Well, the cable they've got is black to start with.
That's not ideal. I 1977 all out. So, and as well, I'll just point out, it's not a big deal because I've got a lot of screws, but like they don't include the screws to either attach this to the machine or the ones to attach it, or to attach this to the bracket. There's no screws. This could be going better.
You know why it's not going well?
Go on.
Because when I spoke to you earlier, you went, I don't think it's going to be too long a stream. It just sort of bolts on, and then we're just going to laser something.
I'm just having a look at their to see what it actually says. The PLH 3Ds. Yeah, fine. Prusa, yeah. Oh, cool. Well, that install video is factual. It's nothing. It's not even a video. And then they're just printing with it, are they? Cool. Thanks.
Right. Well, I can only find one video on it, which is something they've done.
Like, it's not just me being ridiculous, is it?
Yeah, I've just sent it to you.
All right, 1 second. Right, but that's then just screwing in.
That's the only thing I can find on it.
Cool. This is upsetting. So, okay. Try and have a look at their manual, which again isn't a manual, just so we're all on the same page about that. They've only got 3 wires that are going out to that board. And even if you go on that page we were on, there's how to connect. So apparently the brown, the yellow, and the green are all supposed to have. So on here, the brown, the yellow, and the green are all supposed to have connectors that allow you to. The grey looks like it's not in use to me, but again, check with the photo that you plugged these into the correct slots. Well, that's not what it looks like. There's meant to be an adapter in this, and it's not in here. So there's meant to be a small adapter that plugs into a. There's meant to be a small adapter that plugs into the fan pinout, and you can't do it without that. There's no way. They've either sent us the incorrect cable assemblies, which is possible. Yeah, they're showing you how to fit all of that stuff.
I'm starting to realise why there's no videos of this kit anywhere.
It's starting to become a bit more apparent, isn't it? Right. Okay. I'm going to be honest and say I think they've sent us the wrong cables. I think the cables that they've sent us are not correct for this machine, because they're supposed to be an adapter which this part cooling fan plugs into, and then this white cable that's on here plugs directly into that, and these 3 are meant to terminate in connectors that you can plug into the 12-volt power supply on the INSI board, and they just aren't here. So there's not a way that I can see that would allow you. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I can cut them off and I can do the power connectors, but whatever's powering, whatever that fan pinout thing is, I haven't got that. I literally haven't got that adapter. And there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here, and there's nothing left in the box that would be that connector. There's definitely nothing that's fallen out. There's definitely nothing else in here. So, and there's definitely nothing else in there, because that's just the power supply. I don't know what this box of Wago connectors is supposed to be for, but that's also not it. And there's definitely there's no way that there was that adapter in here. So basically, this live stream has just been me eating an incredibly unpleasant toffee. No, there's no way. As well, what's also frustrating is on their page, they don't even show how you're supposed to plug this into. Like, their connector doesn't even use this. Their connector plugs directly into, it plugs directly into this pin out here and goes straight into the main board. All of this, including the power supply, all of that is so that you can adapt, that you can take a CNC machine.
Yeah, on the video I found, a wire goes directly from the laser into the looks like it goes
Prusa
directly into the board.
I've sent a link on the private chat with the wire that it should be with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like on the video.
No.
Yeah, and you haven't got that.
Nah.
No.
Because that would
absolutely not
be the one.
Oh, that's annoying.
That's the one on that video I sent you.
Was
sitting
it
on the bed
the bits you were throwing about at the start? Honestly, if it is, I'm actually going to be really annoyed. No. So all that I threw about at the start was this or the business card.
Everything was in bags.
And everything was in bags, yeah.
Because on there,
it does beg the question of this is not cheap, right? That's machined aluminium with a degree of logic board in it, plus an external power supply and everything else. If all you actually need is this laser, this 3D printed bracket, and the cable that goes from it, which is only $5 on their website.
What have they sent all the rest of that stuff for?
What is all of this for?
Yeah,
I'm wondering if they've put the laser tool head in a CNC box.
By mistake. Because it says there should be a laser head,
yeah.
glasses, the cable, there should be a height reference tool, and a mount, and the G-code generator. So you should only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in the box.
Yeah, 100%. They've either not sent the right kit.
But you've got a power switch for detonation, which is great.
So it makes me think you've got
fantastic.
Makes me think you've got all the parts for the CNC, but the laser instead of the CNC.
But what we were specifically looking at was, or what I was thought we were being sent. Yeah, see, even if you look on the Prusa laser upgrade kit, what it is as it shows that little black cable which just plugs directly into the INSI board, which allows you to control it as a Prusa, rather than this thing which allows you to power it independently of a CNC, and then this signal cable goes into, I'm assuming, the CNC main board to allow you to configure it that way. And there's a bunch of Wago connectors and everything else. But 100%, there's no way.
Yeah,
that cable wasn't in that box.
The cable wasn't in the box, and this just
they look like the CNC universal kits for CNC machines. It looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Because you've got 2 grey cables, you've got the laser, and you've got that optical laser switch.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, on the Prusa upgrade kit, there's only 4 things on the picture. 5 things, that's it.
I think it's got to be that we were...
Maybe they're testing you.
Effectively been sent the wrong one, because the kit itself, it just looks completely different to any of the other kits that are on there. So there's a bunch of ones on there that are the 6 watts. So let's just see if we can find... Yeah. See, everything on there...
So there is a kit on there. No, that's now a different laser.
Yeah, so the other lasers, the ones they sell on there for the most part, are the 6 watt lasers. But what I've got looks more like...
Okay, so the universal CNC adapter, that kit you've got, and that's $150.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've
own.
seen which one I've got. Yeah. I've got the universal CNC laser upgrade kit.
Yeah, you got Wago's key. Got little
Yeah.
Well, you're halfway there to a CNC now.
What's in that kit isn't needed. Because what you need is that one $5 cable.
Yeah.
And that $5 cable means that all of this stuff here, so all of this,
Completely unnecessary.
Is all unnecessary. All you need is this screwed onto here, that screwed onto there, and a cable that actually chases all the way back through existing Prusa cables and is powered entirely from the INSI board. None of this launch stuff is none of it is needed, including the external power supply.
Yeah, because it runs off the Prusa.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So what I'm going to have to do, guys, is we're going to have to end the stream there, and I'm going to have to reach out to the guys, and I'm going to have to see if we can get the other cable. I would normally just say nuts to it, and I'll wire it myself. The problem is part of that cable is a little adapter that plugs it into and shares a pin out with this with the part cooling fan, and I can't replicate that.
Yeah, it's quite a specific cable.
Yeah, and it's quite a specific wiring as well. So, so basically, what they've sent us, admittedly, what they've sent us is a more expensive kit.
Oh yeah, they've sent us. Yeah,
the Prusa kit comes out at $199, and the one they've sent us is like $299. So they've sent us the wrong kit, which I wouldn't have minded if they'd have just also thrown in the £5 little bit of cable that we actually needed. The launch control thing's really cool. Like it's machined really well. But yeah, okay. All right, guys. Well, that was short-lived. 50 minutes worth of nothing. Apologies about that. I shall make sure we check next time before we open a mystery box that doesn't include the thing.
But that's why we do them on a live stream. We haven't seen it, same as you haven't.
Yeah, we haven't seen it, same as you. So, so the whole point is that you guys can see. We're not curating this afterwards, right? We're not. There's no. This is just us. We get it. You see it, and you get to see the kind of things.
That's why you always see. That's why you always see us open the box when we start the stream.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, sorry about that, and we'll chat to you all later. So we'll get on to the OPT laser guys. Have a chat with them about what they can do for us, and then we'll go from there, and we'll hopefully go live again when it all turns up. And I swear to God, if they include any more toffees, I'm not eating them. That was nasty. So, all right, I'll speak to you all later.
See you later.